Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring Port Arthur, Texas, home to rich history, iconic murals, and some hidden gems you don't want to miss. Let's dive in. So guys, our first stop was at this UGK mural. This mural pays tribute to one of the biggest rap groups in the history of rap right now in the entire country, or the world for that matter, and they are from right here in Port Arthur, Texas. There's no way you can come to Port Arthur without making a stop at the UGK mural to pay homage to these guys. If you're a hip-hop fan like we are, then you know all about UGK and the influence that they've had on the hip-hop community. So let's go on to our next stop. The Queen of Peace Shrine in Port Arthur, Texas is a serene and spiritual landmark dedicated to the Virgin Mary, symbolizing peace and unity. Nestled amidst peaceful gardens, the shrine features a stunning statue of the Blessed Mother standing gracefully atop a globe with arms open in a gesture of welcome and compassion. Surrounding the main statue are intricately crafted mosaics depicting key scenes from the life of Christ and the Virgin Mary, adding a profound sense of reverence and beauty. The site is a popular destination for pilgrims and visitors seeking reflection, prayer, or quiet contemplation. It stands as a testament to the city's rich cultural, religious heritage, offering a tranquil escape and a place to reconnect with faith and inner peace. The well-maintained pathways and benches invite visitors to pause and reflect in this sacred space, making it a must-visit for anyone exploring the historical and spiritual tapestry of Port Arthur. So guys, this was our second stop. It was a bit of a surprise. This is one of the most beautiful places in all of Port Arthur. I saw it online and we just had to stop here. We are standing in front of the Queen of Peace statue right now, and this whole garden area is beautiful. And the guy Oliver just told us that if we come back in a couple of weeks, it'll look even better. What do you think of this place?
I think it's beautiful and it's got a lot of meaning behind it.
Lots of meaning. If you ever come to visit Port Arthur, Texas, this is definitely one of the places you want to see. It's beautiful. So, you ready for some lunch? I think we're going to go get some lunch, guys. We'll take you with us. Let's go. So guys, our next stop for lunch, I don't know really what kind of food they have in here in Anna's Mexican Bakery, but I know we can get some sweets, and we may have to go down the street for some lunch, something real, but let's find out. Actually, you just said there's a taco truck over there.
I said a food truck. Is it tacos? Okay.
A food truck. So I see pollo on the side of it. It's chicken, so let's see what they have.
We're gonna go to the smorgasbord of sweets and grab what we want. Let's go. Okay, go along with the chocolate. Oh, thank you. Is that off?
I want to try one of those
muffins.
Yeah.
The sprinkles.
Yeah. Okay. No. I want to try that circle thing down there. The circle loop.
They got little pies too.
That's good.
All right.
What is it? Conchitas?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we stopped at a food truck right next to 𝐼𝐻's Bakery. So as you see, we just went in and got some sweets from 𝐼𝐻's Bakery, and now we're gonna have lunch at the Conchita's food truck. And we got some beef tacos, quesadillas, and el pastor.
Yeah.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Al pastor and carne asada as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're gonna go find somewhere to eat lunch. Probably find a cool little park somewhere, just so we can showcase the park and show you about the food and the sweets that we got. So we see you back in a minute. The meat has good flavor to me, but it's a little crunchy. Like you cooked it just a little too long. He didn't let the cheese melt good enough. It's still good. I just like the cheese to be more melted.
My favorites for tacos, they're real good.
The tacos are good.
Ah.
Alright guys, lunch was actually pretty good. And that was, excuse me, the spice. It is a little spicy.
It's a good sauce, but it's extremely spicy.
Yeah, that Conchita food truck, Conchita, whatever the name of it was, Conchitas.
It was very good. I mean, it was good, but very inexpensive.
Very inexpensive,
Yeah.
great prices. So if you do happen to come over here, check out Conchita's next to 𝐼𝐻's Bakery.
$13 for both of us to eat.
Yeah. So now look what we got. Some goodies. I don't know what this is, but it's got sugar. It's like a braided bread with sugar. And then she got, woo-wee. I want to try that.
Really, I know, it feels really moist.
Can you show it to them?
Oh, sorry guys.
It's like a ho-ho or a ding dong or what, you know what those Hostess snack cakes.
Not a ding. I don't really know.
It depends on. And just for giggles, we got a chocolate covered donut. So let's see what they taste like. I'm curious about this one. I want to try
And this was
too.
inexpensive too. All of this was $5.
Yeah, this was $5 for all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of crunchy. The bread is sweet. You know what that would be good with? Coffee.
Like a
Dip that in coffee. So it's the texture is kind of crunchy, like not hard, not super hard, but kind of crunchy.
yeah.
And the bread is sweet.
Yeah.
And then they added the sugar. I kind of like it. It's different. It's got another flavor in it,
That's what I was thinking.
like
A
nutmeg
hint
or
of-
something.
Yes, that's what it is.
It's like nutmeg or something.
That's what it is. Yep.
That's
It's
pretty good.
really good. Yeah.
Let's try the donut.
I don't want to eat. It's windy out here, guys.
Very windy. The wind keeps blowing her hair all over the place. I think you got hair in your mouth anyway.
It's good.
It's a good donut. But now my problem is, anytime I eat a donut, I'm comparing it to Round Rock donuts. Round Rock Donuts, if you guys don't know about it, you're really missing out. Round Rock Donuts have to be the best donuts in the country. But that's a good donut.
Did you just had the glazed one that we did the video about?
That's a pretty good donut. Okay, now let's see what this thing is doing. Huh?
So I've had this before and it was kind of dry. This one seems like it's gonna be moist. Let's see.
Ooh, it's got cream. Look at that cream.
Yeah, okay.
It's got cream underneath there. Can you see that cream?
Ooh, all right.
You wanna try it?
Can I break it? Because I want to get to the cream.
Yeah, she want to get to the cream.
There you go.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
It's very good. There's the cream, guys. Ooh, look at that. Let's see what it tastes like.
This is super moist.
It's so, the cream is so airy, fluffy. The cake is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. The frosting on the outside,
wow.
it's kind of like that frosting they use for the Texas sheet cake. And it's sugary, so then the filling doesn't have a lot of sugar in it, so it balances that out to make it where it's not too sugary. But this is the best one I've had.
This
I've
is
had a couple
very
of,
very good. Very
I've had
good.
a couple of these and seriously they were dry. This one is so moist.
And the icing or the filling will be off balance, but this is balanced very well. This is very, very good. I'm not even a chocolate cake fan, but this is very good.
No, we got plenty of desserts from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I hope you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving. I guess we kind of need to explain our absence. We've been missing in action for over a month now, and that's because with trying to take care of my wife's mother, she spends a lot of time taking care of her mother. You know, just part of life. And with us transitioning from DFW down to Houston, we're still getting acclimated and trying to figure this thing out. And as far as our channel, we're trying to decide on some future plans that we have and a few changes we may make. So we're kind of trying to work through all of that, plus a few other things that we'll reveal to you later on. But we are still here, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're gonna wrap up these snacks and go do a little more exploring around Pleasure Island here in Port Arthur. So we'll see you over there on the other side. All right, guys, so before we leave this spot, we ate lunch just now over there, but over our shoulder you can see what is formerly known as the Gulf Gate Bridge when it opened in 1970. Since then, it's now been called the Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge, because that's Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard that's stretching across the top of the bridge. So that, like I said, it was opened in 1970, and it's a beautiful bridge. It's really, really high, especially if you can get under there and see the structure itself. But we're gonna drive back down to the other side and see if we can drive along the water's edge and share some of those shots with you.
So we ended up eating lunch. What is the name of this park?
Lakeview Park.
Lakeview Park. And as you can see, they got, it looks like it's pretty new, a play area over there, and it looks nice. And then they have some picnic tables over here, as you can see, where we just ate, and they have a gazebo behind us, and we'll try to get footage of that. But it's a pretty nice park overall. I mean, looks to be a really nice play structure.
It's still a work in progress. I remember seeing an article a while back about Port Arthur trying to make the lakefront and the Pleasure Island area more friendly for visitors and tourists, but It's still in progress. There's some construction happening over there where the sidewalk is being torn out to the restrooms, and you know, this is a big park and there's still plenty to do here. So hopefully the city of Port Arthur can get the money they need to make sure it happens, because I think it's a great use of space, especially if they opened up the trees right there and you can actually have access to the water from this park. So you ready to explore?
Yes.
Let's go take a look at it. So guys, this is just one of the many boardwalks that are here in Port Arthur. There are a lot of people out here fishing. Some guy just caught 2 humongous drum, like right as we were pulling in. He was leaving, but this place is pretty cool. You can see the water is that brackish brown water, but apparently it's teeming with life because people aren't out here for no reason. Somebody's ears and nose, it's a little brisk out here today in the 60s. Especially the closer we got to the water, the cooler it got. But right now I think we're gonna, right over there, if you can see it, is some sort of house on another pier. So we're gonna drive around to the other side and so we can take a look at that. This is that dock slash fishing pier that we can see from the other side, which was originally supposed to be kind of a hangout slash fishing, but it's not really used for much other than fishing nowadays. There's been some damage, like check this out. You can see someone started a fire right there and kind of burned something down. So I hope that this doesn't one day burn to the ground because of carelessness. So if you're coming out here, remember there are other people that want to fish and utilize this space.
All right, so we're at the Museum of the Gulf Coast and we're gonna go take a look around and see what the history is. And there is actually 2 levels. And the second level will show all of the famous people, musicians, sports, just prominent people that came from here. So we will take you through the tour. I hope you guys enjoy it.
So guys, it looks like this oil barrel is on fire right now. On top, you can't really see it, but it's got a lot of lights flickering on top. It's pretty cool. This museum is really, really awesome. This wall is one of my favorites. So guys, this little race car prototype here, of all the places, we're at basically the end of the United States at the Gulf Coast, and here we find from Tulsa, Oklahoma, some plastics, and that's kind of cool for me because even though this is the Gulf Coast history, Oklahoma, where we're originally from, somehow made it into the Gulf Coast history, which is cool for us. So guys, I found a replica of an oil rig right here, and the cool part about it is if you, I'm a little curious, so I came over here, watch this. If you push the button, then the whole thing springs to life. The motor turns, all the lights turn on. It would be really cool if those two little guys up there waved at us, but no such luck. So my wife, if you guys don't know, she is a murder mystery buff. Any kind of whodunit, especially murder, she's into it. But the significance here, this lady's name is 𝐿𝐼𝐶 and she's from Oklahoma. So again, we found something else that's related, another display that's connected to Oklahoma. And she actually lived on Washington Street in Oklahoma City, and we know where that is. All right, guys, that was an awesome trip to the Gulf Coast Museum, or the Museum of the Gulf Coast. This place, I had no idea how many stars, big name stars, came from this Gulf Coast area. It's just amazing how many people. Janis Joplin, just to name a few, Jimmy Johnson of the Dallas Cowboys in Miami, and
George Jones, UGK.
Oh man, UGK. It's just so many bands and names that you know of, but you didn't know they were from here. So anyway, that brings us to a close. What do you think about it?
I had a fun time here. It's a sleepy town, but there's a lot of history here. It's definitely worth coming and seeing. I'm sure that this town is up and coming, just waiting for its time.
So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and for a long time I've wanted to come here because I'm a hip-hop fan and UGK is from here. But if you see a lot of videos online, it'll say this is one of the worst towns in America and yada yada. Don't buy into that. It is a sleepy town, just like she said, but it's worth the visit. It's worth coming to see it. Just cruise up and down the streets and get a feel for what this town was and what it will be, because this town has a plan for growth, and whether it's economic and you know, neighborhoods growing and things like that. But it's worth it, guys. We had a great time.
I think there's a lot of access to some of the best fishing. They have red snapper, drums. Big
giant drum, red snapper. I mean, pretty much all the fish that come up in and out of the Gulf Coast.
Not overcrowded with fishermen. So I mean, that would even make it worth it for us.
A fishing trip. A lot of people take fishing trips down here. But anyway, guys, it's time to head home. It's dark. It's getting dark. It's a little chilly, and I'm starting to get a little hungry again. So remember to get outside and enjoy it, because
there's life out there.
Peace.